Are you looking for some leg extensions for your Mavic Pro to allow you to take off and land in rough terrain? Well, in this video, I check out the leg extensions from Polar Pro and why I think they're probably the best option that you can buy. Coming up. What's up, guys? Thanks so much for stopping by the channel today. My name's Timothy, and on this channel I focus on tech tools and tutorials to help you create the best content for your YouTube channels and production. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And hey, at any time during this video, if you want to check out the products that I'm talking about, as well as maybe you're interested in the gear that I use to make these videos, you can check out the show notes and links in the description below. You'll also find my social media channels there, so you can catch me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'd love to connect. Definitely one of the things that we love the most about our Mavic Pros is their portability. With that portability, we actually lose a few things, one of which is decent ground clearance when you're taking off and landing, because there's not really actually any landing gear on the Mavic Pro. So a lot of us have been looking to third parties to find some sort of extenders to go onto those legs or to mount onto the Mavic Pro in order to give us a little extra lift and ground clearance so we can take off in various terrains. Personally, a lot of times I'm taking off on gravel, which is unlevel, or on grass or in a field or something, and when you don't have the proper ground clearance, then your gimbal, your camera, even sometimes the back blades can be sitting on that grass or dug into the gravel. And that's really not good for your drone. So you want something that elevates your drone just a little bit to give you enough clearance and confidence to make sure your landings and takeoffs are smooth. So in comes the folks over at Polar Pro, who have been making drone accessories for a very long time. Their products are very high quality, and this is no exception. On these extenders, they're made a little bit differently than other ones I've seen. They're certainly not just a 3D printed plastic material. These are molded. They feel very sturdy. Each one of these have specific bracing around the edges, you can see, which adds a lot of rigidity and stability to these legs. One of the concerns that a lot of people have when they're purchasing landing gear or leg extensions is that they are going to fall off in flight, and Polar Pro have done an extremely good job of making these a very snug fit that still allow it to be easily taken off and removed. So you can see it slides off fairly easy there, but in order to get it back on, you really need to squeeze it all the way on there, and you'll see it's not going to come off in any way. The back legs here actually clamp on to the arm of the Mavic Pro. A lot of leg extensions I've seen have just clipped on to the bottom little nubs here that the Mavic Pro has, the existing nubs, but Polar Pro has brought them out to the sides on these back arms, and they're actually clamped on, and so you can see that they don't come off easily at all. The whole arm is actually moving with this, and there's no give in that landing gear. In order to get them off, you really have to support the arm and pull at the same time. So they're definitely not going to come off while you're flying unless you're very intentional about taking them off. They are constructed of plastic, but it does have this rubbery feel to it that makes it seem very high quality to me. It's certainly better than the items you'll find on eBay and some of the cheaper ones you find on Amazon that are just some 3D printed things. These are a lot more durable and a lot higher quality. The other benefit of moving the back legs to the outside arms is that it gives your Mavic Pro a wider stance whenever it's landing and taking off. So instead of having more like a triangle 3-point system, it's really made a square that you can use to be able to just provide a lot more stability on those surfaces as you're taking off and landing. Overall, I think these are really great quality. I highly recommend them. They're the best that I've seen so far. So if you're looking for leg extensions, definitely check these out from Polar Pro. You can pick them up for $20 from Amazon.com, and I'll leave links in the description below. Polar Pro also makes cases and filters for the Mavic Pro and other drones, and I've got a video coming up covering the filters from Polar Pro, so stay tuned to the channel for that. So that brings us to question of the day. Leave me a comment down below, and I'd love to hear from you. Do you think that landing gear are necessary for the Mavic Pro? Do you find yourself in situations where you need that extra lift, or are you satisfied the way that it is currently designed? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. If you're looking for leg extensions, I would definitely check these out. I've got links in the description below to make it easiest for you to find the best prices, so be sure to click on those when you go to order. As always, guys, I hope that it's been helpful, and I hope that you have a fantastic day. I'll see you in the next video.